untold story of Rakhes Junjunwala. Rakhes Junjunwala is one of the biggest investor and trader, and he is also called as the Warren Buffett of India. But in the early days his father had said that you should not ask me or any of your friend for money to invest in trading, and then Rakhes Junjunwala entered the WRLD of stock market with just 5,000 rupees, and today his net worth has become 45,000 crore rupees. What did he do that today his net worth has become 45,000 crore rupees just from 5,000 rupees, and why he called as Indian Warren Buffett? Well, we get answer of all these questions and know some stock market tips and secrets of Rakhes Junjunwala in our today's video titled Rakhes Junjunwala. So in today's video we will listen about the story of Rakhes Junjunwala. Let's begin to our story. Rakhes Junjunwala is one of those people who had incredibly high hopes for the future of his country, and this optimism and positivity extended to his life as well. This man started with just INR 5,000 and transformed that meager amount to 50,000 crore in just 30 to 35 years. Mr. Rakhes accomplished this near impossible feat through skill and sheer hard work, hence becoming an inspiration for all the novice investors in his country and the world who followed his portfolio closely, since any large changes he made affected the market as a whole and determined the value of stock as well, and many of these individuals actually amassed a significant amount of wealth by just following Mr. Rakhes' actions. Sadly, we won't have this opportunity any longer, but his story and what he taught will be eternal. The most important skill that we need to learn from this man is risk, since without taking risks there can be no growth, but that risk has to be calculated. We can take an example from his childhood, since he was interested in the stock market from that time and used to listen to his father and his colleagues in income tax office talk with interest. But when he floated this idea of investing in the stock market in front of his father, he had the usual Indian father response that he study something worthwhile first and then follow his passion, so he had a safety net to fall back on. Hence he got his degree in accounting and started his stock market journey in 1985, where he got a job in Mumbai Stock Exchange, but he only had 5,000 rupees, which were obviously too less to invest, so through his brother's help he got two clients who gave him 250,000 and 100,000, and Mr. Rakhes invested that in Tata Tea shares that was 43 rupees at that time, and in just 3 months that stock price became 143, giving him 3 times the value of his investment. This gave him the confidence to continue, and that was the start of his real journey. So what we learn from him is, if you are passionate about something, then take that risk, as he said. Never be afraid to take risk, but only risk so much that you can afford to stand next day. He took a lot of risks at the start of his career, did short selling as well because he was young and did not have the caution of age. So the question that arises is, how did he find good stocks to invest in? The answer is that he did not follow any tips, and nor did he follow any textbook strategies. He only followed his own plan and never followed what everyone was doing, and we have 2 examples for this. It happened in 1989 when Mr. Madhu Dandavate was the finance minister, who was about to pass a budget, and everyone predicted that it would be bad for business and investors and caused a lot of people to start selling their investments, and the market crashed before the budget came out. Here Mr. Rakhes did not follow what everyone was doing and kept his money invested in the market, and after doing research found out Mr. Junjunwala had a financial background and would never go against investors. He invested all his money in the market, and when the budget released his net worth increased from 2 crore to 20 crore, and with that he fulfilled his wife's wish to get an AC in the house. This shows his frugal mindset as well, which is another lesson to be learned from him. Another example happened in March 2020 when the market was crashing, including Tata Motors share, which went to an all-time low of 43 rupees. This was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity which he mentioned in the news as well, but hardly anyone paid attention.
1985 की बात है, मैंने एक साल में वो 12.5 लाख रुपए से करीब 30 लाख रुपए कमाए और वो जमाने में 4 लाख रुपए टैक्स भरा। फिर बहुत कहानी है, ऐसा हुआ कि शेयर लिए 25 रुपए में लिए थे मैंने, 65 का भाव हो गया 4 महीने में, 25 का 65। वो जो मैंने 25 लाख रुपए कमाए थे वो सब टाटा पावर के शेयर ले लिए, वो लिए थे 150 में, उनका भाव हो गया 1000, तो 2-4 करोड़ रुपए, 2-3 करोड़ रुपए हो गए।
Mr. Rakhes invested quite heavily in the company, and within 2 years the company share price went to 500. Third lesson we find is that he created majority of his wealth from long-term investing. As he said, 95% of wealth is created by being a bull. Two ways of investing are long position or bull position and short selling or bear position, but Mr. Rakhes used the bull position mostly. He chose companies which had a competitive advantage. For example, in 2003 he made a record investment by buying 4.4 crore of Titan company stocks when its share price was just 3 rupees, which grew to 80 rupees and fell back down to 30 rupees, and Mr. Rakhes did not sell but held on to it, and the dividend alone was enough for his household expenses for a year. In 2006 he sold Crisil company shares and bought a house for 27 crore, which in 2020 was valued at 45 crore, but if he had not sold his shares and held on to them, then the 27 crore share value would have jumped to 1000 crore in 2020. But he did not have any regrets in his life, and he is remembered now for the man he was and not for the billions he amassed. His biggest quality was the hope he had for the economic growth of his country. Overall, Rakhes Junjunwala's story teaches us the importance of calculated risk-taking, independent thinking, and long-term investing. His success serves as an inspiration to individuals looking to navigate the stock market and build wealth.
One interview which millions of investors they always look forward to. That is Rakhes Junjunwala interview to ET Now for the outlook ahead. Mr. Junjunwala,
I would say Happy New Decade.
Happy New Decade. Well, that's a wonderful way to look at it. How would you characterize the current environment? Markets at an all-time high, economic indicators at a record low.
I think it's an environment full of opportunity. I think when markets are all-time highs, there is not any sort of manipulation in markets, and there is no participation. In no cocktail parties, equity talked of. Equity is a bad word. So I think that indicates that there is a lot of opportunity.
Why are headlines not matching with what markets are doing?
You should ask yourself,
high.
because you make the headlines, I don't. I think there is a general, certainly certain parts of the economy are being hit, have been hit, but I think things are improving. But I think just as, you overdo the optimism, we are overdoing the pessimism. I, for one, think the economy is bottom, and the way is improvement and upward. At what pace and in how much time is a matter of conjuncture and opinion.
Taking risks is often a crucial aspect of achieving personal and professional growth. Many successful individuals have attained their goals and made a name for themselves by stepping out of their comfort zones and taking calculated risks.
Only the future will tell us what it is. So what is risk? But I know one thing, that risk is the essence of life. If you don't risk, you are nothing.
Okay.
Right? When I think there are few risk takers like me in life, right? But I'm a very measured risk taker. And in the sense that I can sacrifice my assets and sell them at below par value, but I should never let my financer have his hand over me. My financer, I have to be here, my financer has to be here. The day you put him here, you are risking.
Remember, with risk comes the possibility of failure, but it also brings the potential for great achievements and fulfillment. Names are made by risk. Thanks for watching our channel. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.